Come on. Questions? Anyone has? Say. Yes, Ashik, what are you saying?
I have one question.
Yes.
You know that breaking someone's heart is worse than breaking the Kaaba.
Yes.
And my question is, what is really breaking the heart, and how you put the limits, being somebody like passing their limits and being too tolerant to tell them say something, so that their heart, you think their heart might broken, but if they're passing their limits too much, what is really like the breaking the heart somebody?
If someone is doing something to hurt you in so many ways, and to make you to lose your hope and make you to lose your faith, and you feel so bad, and you're standing up now to tell the person to stop, that's not breaking his heart. You have to look at the situation. Who is the one who is the aggressor? Who is the one who is the aggressor? Always in any law, the person who strikes first is the aggressor and is in the wrong, isn't it? There's a quarrel going on. You're saying, okay, it's still okay, under control. But the moment somebody just picks something up and strikes the other person, that one, oh, now you're in the wrong. Whatever it is, you may be in the right, but you took the first blow, isn't it? So now, we look at the situation. Who is the aggressor? You see, Islam is a religion of thinking. Everything that happens, everything that's going to happen, everything that's happened, you must think. Now someone has passed the limits to you. You're doing something and he's saying something. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, it's become a habit now. Keep saying something or doing something to you. Are you certain, are you clear now you did not do anything to provoke that person to do something to you? Are you certain 100%? If you are certain 100% that you are just there and the person is just passing his limits to you, you must defend yourself. You must stand up. Not to stand up and say, okay, I had enough, and to take out a gun and to shoot the person. So you see, he's an aggressor. He was the one who's doing things. No, it's not like that. To stand up and to say, you pass your limits now. It is not the first time you are doing it. I tried to swallow and you are still doing it. There is a line there. Don't cross it now. If the person is not understanding you or trying to have fun with you and still trying to break that, depending on where you are now, you're in the Dergah, let's speak as murids, it is forbidden for you to fight now. Forbidden for you to argue. That is what the Shaykh is there for. Now it depends on your maqam. How much of your tolerance level is there? For some people, they say it is enough. This person keeps doing it to me. Now, I have to say, and it is open, everyone has to say, if something is bothering you, don't try to fix it by yourselves. We say that so many times, correct? Now you have to come and say like this and like that. And the Shaykh just sitting down, listening to you and looking at you, he already knows who is right and who is wrong anyway. And he will try to balance it according to that. Because to everyone, everyone is innocent, isn't it? Everyone thinks they're innocent. Everyone thinks they're not doing anything wrong. Because they have their reasons. Now for some people, it's hitting them, still they become patient, they become patient, and they become patient. And they sit and they wait, and something is going to happen. Something will happen. For some, they cannot stand a person giving them a wrong look. Immediately they fight. For some, they don't like a person just saying something to them. Immediately they want to say something back. But for some, like what we were talking about yesterday, now all these things, you're going to learn through the old traditional ways of Islam, when you are born, not when suddenly you discover, because you're so tired from the world, you went into every hole and suddenly you want to join inside a tariqat, you enter to a dergah thinking that it is completely heaven, then discovering that it is a madhouse, it is a hospital, then you say, what the heck is this? You get so upset and you say, I'm not going to come to worship anymore, everyone is crazy except me. You're not going to be shocked. What we were talking about yesterday. If you have an Islamic lifestyle, you're going to learn all of this when you are young, when you're born. How? Because Muslim families have very big numbers of children, isn't it? Having 1 or 2 children is very rare in the old days. And usually you say 1 or 2 children, very spoiled. Immediately you say, oh, must be very spoiled, isn't it? But if you have children, you have 5, 10 children in the family. Now, from a very young age, you will learn how to be tolerant. From a very young age, you will learn how to be patient. You are not patient, others are going to beat you up. That's how it is. Isn't it? You will learn how to share. You will learn how to work together. You will learn what it means to be in Jamaat. You will learn how, when the hearts are together, you don't need too many things out there to have a togetherness, to have a joy. You don't need too many toys too. You don't. Especially if it's traditional, then there is an activity. The activity itself becomes a game for the children. And it is not a game with uselessness. It is a game that gives the children a lot of intelligence and wisdom. So from a very young age, they learn all of this already. Oh, what are they learning? How to get along with other people. Like what? Like in a dergah. So later when they come to a dergah and they say, immediately they will know, oh, this one is like this. Nobody needs to say anything. There are those ones who are like that. They grew up with so many people, brothers, sisters, and they grew up understanding human politics and everything. And they come and they immediately know, this one is like this, the angle is like this, the line is like this, don't pass that line. Another one is like this, another one is like that. So they know how to maneuver. They are not going to be in shock. If they're in shock when something they didn't expect happens, they're in shock not because it happens, but they're in shock because, why didn't I know this was going to happen? Why was I so stupid not to know that this was going to happen? The signs, they're all there. Now this is beyond namaz and zikr and mawlids and this and that. This is human development. Now we know so much ilm, but there is no human development. That's why you can say so many ridiculous things. Like some alims, they are saying, Islam is first from the inside. It's not your beard, it's not your Islamic clothes, it's what is in your heart first. So the ones listening, they say, oh, I like this one, it fits me. Now I can dress like a kafir, I can dress like a munafiq, I can do anything I want with my lifestyle, the outside, but my heart is good. You know what? Maulana Rumi is saying what? What is in your heart, you're going to show in your face. What is in your face, you're going to show with your actions and everything about you. It has to fit everything now. So you understand that now. You're going to look. Who is the aggressor? Okay? And if you find that, okay, I am the aggressor some way, somehow, you try to stop. But more and more is happening, you need help, you cannot handle it, don't try to solve the situation. You go to the one in authority and say, don't come complaining. And say, this one did this one did this. You may go and you may say, I have a situation. I need some advice. I need your prayer. Say, yes, what happened? This happened, this happened, this happened. What should I do? That then the Shaykh knows that you are not pulling yourself out from blame too. You're being very mature and very intelligent about it. The Shaykh may help, the Shaykh may not help. The Shaykh may just say, put one ear, put it out in the other ear. There's a reason why he's doing that. Because he's also not looking at what is in front of you. He's looking at what is at the end. Where you're going to go. How it's going to help you to the end. In Dergah, it is forbidden to fight. This is what Tariqat is teaching. And this is what the Ottomans, they were standing up for. That's why you don't see the Ottomans fighting with each other. Correct? You don't see them squabbling and fighting in the streets. They're not even fighting with the Jews and the Christians. In their own society, there is no fighting. There's no screaming, there's no shouting. Everyone, Halim Salim, because of this kind of Tariqat teachings. When do you fight? You fight against batil. When do you fight? You fight against tyranny. When do you fight? You fight against evil people who takes away the rights of the orphans, of the children, of the good people. That's the time you fight. And you're not fighting against people. You're fighting against evil. And once those evil people, they say, you are right, I am wrong, I give up from my evil ways, you have no permission now to punish them. You have to forgive them. So now, for everyone's information also, Shaykh Effendi has said, no murids are going to say that my heart has been broken by another murid. This is specifically for our Jamaat. Because now, everyone suddenly become very, how we say? Very delicate. Very what? What are the words? Sensitive. Very sensitive. Very what? Fragile. 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 Become very, what's the word? Emotional. Becomes very, what's the other word?
Reactive or reactive?
Nuclear reaction. Yeah. Become very emo. Become very dramatic. Little thing, oh, you break my heart. Little thing, oh, you break my heart. That, in our Jamaat especially, no one can have the right to say that. Okay? Shaykh Effendi is saying, I'm the one who's holding everyone's hearts. Then it stops people from being dramatic. Just because somebody's saying something, suddenly your heart is broken. Allah, Allah. And so many, when they are reacting, they don't think. It's just reacting, just like that. Later, we tell them, think about this, this, this. What about this, this, this? They say, oh yeah, I never thought of it that way. So, two things now. No one has the right to overstep their boundaries. And no one has the right also now to get so hurt and to say that my heart is broken. We are watching. Don't think we're not watching. We're understanding. If we're not watching like this, we're watching like this. They are going to send it to us. For example, we are saying certain times, no one is going to say anything to another person over there. Even if you see something wrong, you're not going to say, why are you doing that wrong thing? Shaykh in his house. Why did that come? Why was that law then put there? Oh, are we supposed to enjoin what is good and forbid what is evil? Yes, if you know what is good and evil. And if you know how to do it, if you're given that authority not to think what you think is good and evil and you do it any way that you want, you become very bossy that time. You're giving people orders all the time. You're seeing something and you're saying it. Who are you giving orders to? Yeah, but Shaykh Effendi is saying this. Did I give you the authority to tell others to do? No, but Shaykh Effendi, I'm responsible, not you. The one that you're telling to give an order to, do you know that person? Do you know that person's level of understanding? Maybe that person just came from the street and he doesn't know nothing. This is adab. First, learn the adab. And the person who is learning the adab, his heart must be broken 1,000 times. And when he has the manners from his heart being broken over and over, that's the time that the Shaykh is going to give that one some authority. And to say, now you speak. That person will, first thing is going to say, I don't want to speak. Because I know what it feels like when someone speaks to me. And he says, no, you know, because you know how it feels like, now you're going to do it because I know you're going to be careful. Not just to say. That's why we stop. We say, don't say. If the person asks, what should I do? Then you may say. You're seeing the person is doing something wrong, turn your face. Because no one has any manners. They're not looking to the heart of the person. They're just saying, don't do this, don't do this, blah, 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 blah. Jumping like that. Person is just coming. Maybe the person has a very hard day. You don't know. You're just knowing how to say. You must watch. First listen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice. 1 tongue. Listen 2 times at least and speak once. This much is enough. May Allah forgive me. Assalamu alaikum.